is the 3 maps that are played exclusively by Virtus Pro. Now, what I love about this is G2 have taken them to bank. You want to see the two of the best teams in the league on both of one of their favorite maps. It should set it up.
G2 turn up, and that comes down to the individuals. Which Dorky, which Stomper, which Lawyer. That is what is.
So many university students out there that could take real inspiration from what you've just done, because you've just did a whole lot of nothing in the space of about 60 seconds there. Because it does free them up to say, okay then, our other 3 operators that aren't the Hibana, we can play pretty much anything on. Speaking of, here's Dan to start things off. We're speaking about him playing the Deimos just as lethal on any other operator, and playing the old reliable IQ. Still, it's going to be Doki finding a C4 from below to get rid of Joystick. Sledge offline. So Spy. This feels like a good point for G2 to then fall back and start playing behind the utility, but getting rid of Doki, that's not so great. Always making all that gadgetry inside of sights when he goo mines down. Any remaining, of course, volcanics is probably taken out. But now the smokes start coming through. Tim and Laura's still got 2 in back pocket. They can sort this all the way out. Virtus Pro are going to have to go deep, but they found the kills they need to. It don't matter about this hole a bit deeper back.
1 minute left to go, but look at this. The plant is going down. Always is going to stick it. You know the pros don't fake.
Got all the way through, and 2 quick kills off the back of it. Laura getting at least 1 back. I think he was desperate to get underneath there, Tim, but he was a bit too late to react. And my God, have they paid the price. Pasha, top-rated player for this team over the last month, is cleaning up in this round and in this game, really. A kill for always, and the glass and the smoke canisters of the smoke, as well as a couple of C4s. It actually may well give them the air of they need collectively to make this a nightmare. Doki once again. That's Joystick can be fed up with this. Does he walk away with a kill or not? I'm actually going to find out.
Yeah, off goes the Candela.
Never mind.
Perfectly timed small canister from Moira, though. And there goes Pasha. Clears him out beautifully. They just dropped into server, and that's how you deal with spot wall. Just looking to clear any utility before they get in there and start trying to put that diffuser down. Advantage now swings, goes to VP as it's 4v3. Des, can they get this diffuser down again?
Oh, 2 quick kills that they were trying to get rid of stopping, but couldn't quite find him. G2 might have done enough here. The cover is there. C4 comes over, but misses it out, and they managed to get the complete as well. It's a massive play required here from Always, Tim, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him.
The problem is he's only got the pistol, Des. He's on the fuse shield, so he's going to take these engagements with the pistol. He finds one, surely not more. He's going to go back for the shield, but no, Blaz manages to find him from the top of the stairs. It was always going to be a big ask after getting that diffuser down. It was just... They were...
In those first 2 rounds, G2 only found a couple of kills, so to see them having that kind of round is really good for the mental. Those
coming in towards Alamau, he's in that janitor position again. A little bit more successfully this time. I think Virtus Pro are just struggling a bit more, but it doesn't matter when they're just going to rush onto side, pick up Doki, and Pasha, he can just sit in.
From Blaz upstairs, they can try and challenge a bit, but the problem with it being the Nook, Tim, it doesn't matter what kind of intel you've got, what those bulletproofs are doing for you. You can't see nothing, and he's just found a second. Admittedly, it was a challenge, makes it a 3rd, and I think Pasha has just solo won the round for his team. Blaz gets the shutdown, but it's too little too late, Tim.
There's been a very simple comm there from Pasha, I can guarantee it.
There's still a lot of pressure they can start applying as the first stock will be cool comes out. This is when the moves begin.
I'm not sure how aware Virtus Pro are of Lawyer at the minute. He could play spoiler here, but he needs to do it quickly because Pasha manages to pick up Alamau. There goes Lawyer, but it's too little too late. He finds one. The plant is going down. He's trying to spray through walls. He's clutching at straws nowadays. If he'd just gone 20 seconds earlier, maybe it has...
Utility, we've got all the map control that we want, hatches are ours, server is ours. You've even got someone lurking down towards Garage here, maybe looking out towards Joystick, who has always gone down early, but Alamau has found his man. Good kill for him to find out as it removes a little bit of backstab pressure, but Tim, with all that going on, they're getting the plant down, there's no Zanar, the C4 comes over, it does damage, but not enough. Always steps away, a little bit asleep at the wheel there, Laura, with that last smoke, and G2 may pay the price. However, in a 5v3, this is their best chance to win.
They know that the push is going to come.
Okay, never mind.
And Pasha, he just keeps hold of the trigger, just keeps on shooting, finds 2. Blaz tries to get on the diffuser. It's not going to happen. Shepard shuts him down, and Virtus Pro go 5. Had it all to do on the retake and couldn't do any of it.
We have those days where players, they're near the top of our tables. I'm looking at players like Pasha, Freck. I think his EPS now sits at something ridiculous like 190. Like, he is charging ahead, something spectacular. 11-2.
Drop the ball. Maybe they don't realise that you've got on it as quickly as you have, and you just kind of go in for it, and I get it. But it just shows that G2 are kind of clutching a little bit. But that is what they need at the same time, and here they come.
Oh, there we go. We're cooking now to go around the backside. Oh, I really thought for a second the joystick might have his number, but no. Doki gets one. Of course, right in front of them is Shepard as well, feeding information on what's going on. They were looking in for the planting, but they said no. Go for the kills instead. Always getting rid of Doki. Things not looking 100% here, but they have closed off a lot of doorways to keep them nice and safe here. They can't be pushed from the backside here. It's a nice little lane they've got, and now the diffuser is down. This is going to be hard for Virtus.pro to navigate.
That's great from G2. Absolutely love that attack. It's going to be one to really go back and break down, watch exactly where they sealed off and how it worked. They shut it down from above.
Nothing's really happened, Tim. You'd expect them to make it be going a little bit sooner. Maybe that was trying to bait things out here, as now we start the march on forward. Here he comes, sees a man off towards his right. The knife comes on through. He's got to be so careful here, but gets away with the kill. Still one more inside of the corridor he's got to look out for, but Stomping is here in tow as well on the Deimos. Stepping on force, but no. Finds himself going down to Shepard. 2 kills from Loira, and G2 are up on top. Loira living up to his name, unleashing the beast, finding 3 kills for himself, and Shepard is stuck all alone here, Tim, inside a garage. Nothing he can do.
This one for me is the true momentum shifter. Stompin sends in the smokes. He's going to be just getting onto that thermal scope, and look at this. They're straight in. They're getting a plant down. They find a couple of kills. G2 surely going to hold on to this. They do. The plant is successful, and the little rush tactic has worked. And don't forget, getting out of the windows is much less of an option here. They've got to fight him from the lobby. Honestly, I don't see any way Virtus.pro overturn this.
I was going to say they needed to get rid of Pasha because they couldn't play on the windows whilst he was there, but Alamau has read that perfectly. Forget about the plan. I ain't going to be here anymore. Has gone to lobby and cleared out his man. Joystick getting one back, but the diffuse is coming on through. In they come through the window, but no, look at this, Tim. He's playing around this window, and this might be enough to start getting a couple of kills back. Never mind, Joystick's down, and he is going to be toast surely. Finds one for himself onto Stomping, but the closeout is there.
And here we are, 5-4, G2 fighting back in. And like I say, for me, that is a big momentum shifter now. That is a big, big blow.
Smokes, they've got fire, they've got all sorts of tools and toys they can play with. Another phone call coming out from Laura. This needs to be their go button, Tim. But look at that. They're sat in smoke after smoke and fire, and everything else that can be thrown at them. It's looking pretty miserable. And with that delay, like I said, if they can slow G2 down, it's the way to a win. They get 2 kills, but in from the back line comes Doki. Finds one, finds a second, making 3 in total. He has just swept through this back line. Dan, down to 3 seconds. Plant going down. Doki has just got to hold here and not go down. He finds his man. A 4K from Doki after Laura did the same in the last round. Where are the heroes?
I think, as will anybody playing against Virtus.pro, as you say, you know, just a real nightmare team to use it, because mechanically they're so gifted. But Inco G2 could be a bit of an error here. They're going to lose 1, they lose 2, Des. It was all going right for them, and then they tried another one.
Completely unbothered, nothing else to do except shoot him in the head as he tries to take out a teammate, and then Laura follows it and dies in exactly the same fashion. G2 were broken apart here. They've attacked completely out of sync. They've paid the price for it. This round is on their shoulders. I say that, we're back to a 3v3. Okay, all right.
We saw Doki with some big clutch moments yesterday. He gets one to get. It's a big ask at this point against 3, including an Echo on the side of Virtus.pro. But Shepard takes some damage, manages to find Stompin, however. 3 versus 2 now. Virtus.pro have an advantage, but here goes Doki. And Blaz manages to join him. They both low health, but it's all up to Shepard. He finds 1. Can he find both of them? It's 2 in the round. He's looking for 3 dead. 5 seconds and he gets him. Virtus.pro close out.
All the knowledge they need here, G2. It's now about making a move as a team. Not moving as a team is what cost them in the last round. Here comes Alamau. Oh, he gets his mount, but goes down in the process. Stompin might be able to save him though as well. A flash on top just to make sure he can get away with it, and will be able to get his captain back alive.
That's really big from Stompin. Not only does he manage to create that distraction, Alamau gets the kill. He's there to pick him up and put him on his feet again. 5 versus 3, and surely now G2 can get this done and give us a few extra rounds of magic. Always will be downed. He manages to find Loira, but it's probably not enough. Is it? Shepard, Patcher, 1 each, excuse me. 1 versus 2 now. G2, 15 seconds left to go. They don't have time to pause, and look who it is, Des. He's done it to them once. Can he do it again? Shepard, no, he can't. Blaz gets the kill, and we're going to overtime, Des. Just there, pokes his head out, and Virtus Pro, they had that locked down.
Well, now we're going to see him pinch onto Loira again. I'll tell you what, he steps out, he shows a shoulder to him, and Pasha is there taking
here to prevent this going down. We often see the Tajanka, it's a tough one to deny the plant. He's going to keep sending those Shumikas in. Will we see this case start to go down onto the ground? 15 seconds left to go. Yes, always. Not to lock it in. They're a little bit short. He's not taking damage. Always is going to secure it. That was the element that I picked up on Stomp and had to make sure they were in the right place. Couldn't do it. Blast manages to find Dan, but it's 4 versus 3. G2 have got 30 seconds left to save themselves.
It's a lot to do against 4 players as well, so you don't see Virtus Pro losing from that position, not when there's a shield staring at them and feeding all the information they need. Gonna have to go aggressive, but look at that, there's one on the hatch as well, believe it, Shepard gets himself the one, there'll always be a second, and there's a shield in his face at the same time. Salamao back here, didn't fancy that smoke, quite literally in this case as well, and now support might start coming on through from other members of G2. Here comes Doki, and sure enough, it's a freebie. Shepard finally taken away, down to a 4 versus 4.
Pasha's in such an important position here. He literally holds 50% of G2 at bay, but he cannot do it as Stompen manages to find the kill. It was a tough round on the Tachanka, but he comes out big on the Capitão when G2 need him. 4 versus 2 as Joystick gets taken out on the main stairs. 19 seconds left to go. It's go time for G2. They've got to get into a position to put this diffuser down. Alamau has it in hand. They can just go for kills here realistically. Dan is all the way back in goal. He's tracked. They know his position. They go to cut him down, and Will, a perfectly timed pinch coming in from G2.
Killed 3 people out of nowhere. They're looking for this backstab. They're starting to line themselves up. So I'm a little bit nervous that it could happen again.
Always went in for the plant there. Took a bunch of damage. He's going to do exactly the same. We can see now he's down to half. He's dropped that diffuser. He's likely passing it on. Exactly that. Shepard takes up the mantle. He's going to look to move in. But look at this denial, Des. It just keeps on coming. After the kills, Stomp and Doki. Doki with another 4 versus 2. Surely it's over. Doki's had another huge moment with a triple. Blast closes it out, and G2 take a hard-fought win on Bank.
Wow, just as we said, if any sighting was going to happen on Tim, it was going to be the one that G2...
Now you could open that quad wall into kitchen really easily. It makes Bank so easy to play. When you're on the attack, it completely flips it on its head. So I'm not surprised that we've seen an attacker-sided Bank. I will say, all the way in that 15th round, there was something really poetic about the fact that Virtus Pro have been playing faster in their attacks and faster generally, to G2 winning out on time with Tachanka, with Mira, with C4s, with Tubero.
Of course, because of that as well, we have Doki on the line. Good evening. 2 points. This was a pretty close game, wasn't it?
Yeah, what a game. Holy shit. Sorry, excuse my language, but like, yeah, that was a crazy, crazy game. That was crazy.
Doki, why didn't you Benny trick that Kento spot? What happened?
Bro, it wasn't on my screen. No, I didn't. Okay, of
it
course
wasn't on your screen?
It wasn't there. The thing just blew up, and I went, what the fuck? Why the wall just open? I was like so confused.
Because then you Benny tricked the other one, and I was like, well, he can do it then.
But I swear to God, like, my mum's life, that thing was not on my screen. It just opened. I was like, oh, the wall's open. I was like, what the hell?
I mean, there are all the lineups to check. The Tubera one, the Tachanka one, but I think Stompen adapted to that one.
Bro, to be honest, like, about this, like, I heard you guys talking in the... before I came on here, like, we've scrimmed VP about 50 times on Bank in the last month, probably. So, like, we knew that, like, whatever we brought to the table on our defenses, they already knew. So we tried to have some new things. So that's kind of why you've seen things slip up like that, like missed tube lineups, missed a chunk of lineup. Like, we tried to bring new things to put them off guard. It was so hard to defend against VP, as you probably know from watching them all the time, especially on Bank. But yeah, what a comeback, right? Holy shit.
Yeah, it was great innovation, I've got to say.
Hello, Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Do you think, this is a question about, and it's not a slight on former G2s, but I thought you actually showed really good resilience today, being 1-5 down to get all the way back. Do you think former G2 teams might have crumbled? And if so, what's different about this team today?
I'm not going to speak about former lineups, like, I don't know, you never know, right? Like, you never know what happened in the situation. I don't know, like, we always say when we play maps like Bank and stuff, like, we always say, like, map is attack. Let's just forget defense. Like, we know the map's going to be attacker-sided. Let's do our best on the attacks, and if we come back, we come back. Like, we shouldn't be losing 5 defenses in a row, but at the same time, VP have one of the hardest teams in the world, if not the hardest teams in the world to stop on bank. They just don't make mistakes at all, like none. So it's so hard.
Now, I've got to ask you, Doki. I saw you drumming before the game. What were you listening to?
All right. Jack, want to know what I was listening to? You're not going to believe it, by the way. Don't judge me for this. I was listening to Ride by Lana Del Rey. And I was just loving it.
Wow. I mean, that's, hey, you know what? I'm not judging the choice. And the energy clearly was there to drop 18 kills.
I went to go see a Lana Del Rey concert in Glasgow a few days ago, and I've never listened to her music before. I took my sister, and ever since I came back, I've changed. I'm a changed man.
Is that why you're dropping big numbers in EML right now?
It's Lana.
That's the solution.
I'm not even into me speak. It's just blasting Lana Del Rey down the I hope you're watching this, Lana.
Absolutely love that. But okay, we saw, I think, on the cameras as well, like it meant a lot for you in particular to, make sure you get this comeback. What are you most proud of with the team today?
I even tweeted like after the game, like I've been doing this for 8 years, like my full-time job playing Pro Siege. Like I've had the highs, I've had the lows. It's so good, and it's nice. It's a nice job. Like I'm not gonna lie, but games like this really make you realize why you love your job. Like I actually just love, because the emotions you feel, the energy, like your teammates, like the hype, it's just overwhelming. It's like absolutely awesome to feel that. And when it's against a respected team, it's like 10 times better. So yeah.
He just made me retire. I regret retiring after listening to that. Well, thank you, Doki. Thank you, Jack. That's amazing to hear. I'm great for you.
Yeah, thank you.
We're gonna start losing our endless because of this, Doki. Thank you so much for.
Sorry.
Nah, it's okay. Thank you so much for all your detailed answers once again, and have a really good rest of the evening.
Yeah, have a good night, guys. Good luck. Bye bye.